Oh, I'm live. Oh, okay. I forgot to do something. Okay, is that any better? Okay, having a hair day. Anyway, hello, decision makers. This is the 8:11 p.m. August 10th, 2022. Okay, so this is the SDA Bible study. Okay, so read for this week's study. Habakkuk 1:1-4, Job 38-41, Isaiah 41:8-14, Jeremiah 29:1-10, Hebrews 12:1-13. Memory text. Now hope does not disappoint because the love of God has been poured out in our hearts by the Holy Spirit who was given to us. Romans 5:5. NKJV. The week at a glance. How does our understanding of the character of God help us maintain hope in the crucible? Okay, so here's the first thing. I just finished this study for the week. And so understanding, I'm just going to virtuesforlife.com, and they have a list of virtues. And understanding is an agreement of opinion or feeling, adjustment of differences. That's the definition they have for understanding. And the definition of hope, we have to want something to happen or be true and think that it could happen or be true. So we need to agree what is God's character and want to become that character and work toward developing that character. That's kind of like, how does our understanding of the character of God help us maintain hope in the crucible? So it just reminds us that basically God corrects us and we learn and become closer to Him. So the big picture, Sunday, August 7th. So read Habakkuk 1:1-4. What did Habakkuk face? Injustice. How does God's introduction to the promised destruction of Babylon in Habakkuk 2:2-3 bring hope? It gives a way to end something difficult. Read Habakkuk 3:16-19. What does Habakkuk identify as his reasons for hope? What is the hope of God's people as we wait for the last prophetic scenes to unfold? How can you make this hope your own? So for the first question, what does Habakkuk identify as his reasons for hope? A nation's calamity. What is the hope of God's people as we wait for the last prophetic scenes to unfold? For my answer, God is the hope. How can you make this hope your own? Achievable optimal health, and determination. So those are all my answers there. I have kind of a comma, then a period, and I was thinking that might be what is the hope of God's people as we wait for the last prophetic scenes to unfold. So yeah, so through God, achievable optimal health, and how to make this hope your own. Yeah, it's determination. So Monday, August 8th. Who our Father is. What do you think Chambers means by this idea? So there's a phrase here. What's the word? A reference. Oswald Chambers writes, "Have you been asking God what He is going to do? He will never tell you. God does not tell you what He is going to do. He reveals to you who He is. My utmost for His highest." Urchville, O.H. Barber and Company, Inc., 1963, January 2nd. Okay. So what do you think Chambers means by this idea? Godliness is yours to choose. Choose wisely. That's what I got for an answer. Read Job's final response in Job 42, 1-6. What was God trying to tell Job, and what was the effect on him? So, what was God trying to tell Job? You did not do as great as I. And what was the effect on him? Job affirmed and remained humble. So, are things that you just can't understand happening now? If so, focus on the character of God. How can doing that give you the hope that you need to persevere through what's for now incomprehensible? So are things that you just can't understand happening now? Yes. So how can doing so, if so, focus on the character of God. How can doing that give you the hope that you need to persevere through what's for now incomprehensible? So I comprehend, but there are things I do not agree with, because they're saying like, how can doing that? So an agreement of opinion or feeling. Yeah, understand means agreement of opinion or feeling, adjustment of differences. And so basically, if there are things you don't agree with and you think of just God being behind you with his hand on your shoulder, just like, you can do this, you're getting through it, but God gives an end in a good way, like in a loving way, not as Satan would do other things. So it's about thinking about God through the hard times and working toward the goal. I found this interesting. I just noticed the title is interesting. The Rights of an Apostle, 1 Corinthians 9. But that's an aside. Tuesday, August 9th, Our Father's Presence. For I am the Lord your God, who takes hold of your right hand and says to you, do not fear, I will help you. So to me, fear in this context is not being scared. Do not be scared. He's saying, no, that is, yeah. So the word isn't reverential awe. He's not saying do not have reverential awe. He's saying do not be afraid. So anyway, that's Isaiah 41:13 in NIV. Read Isaiah 41, 8-14. What reasons for hope can you identify for people waiting eagerly for future deliverance? How does this promise help us as we wait for our exile on earth to end? So in 41:14, he says, I myself will help you. Believing help. I've altered my tenses again. Believing help. So I think it's believing help. Believing. I've kind of phrased this funny, but it's related to 1 Corinthians 12:7. Because he's talking about I myself will help you. And let's see here. John 1 Corinthians 12:7. 12:7. Now to each one the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. So it's the manifestation. So I myself will help you. And I think from 12, it's that manifestation. So God's Spirit. So believing, I don't know why I phrased it that way, and I don't know if I have time to really kind of correct this with the context, like these words that are given. But that's the explanation, is that there's a manifestation to God, and it's in the form of gifts, and to each one the manifestation of the Spirit is given for the common good. So for the common good. So believing helps manifest. So believing helps manifest God's Spirit. I think that's just it is. I just didn't have an S at the end there. Reason. So How does this promise help us as we wait on earth? Wait for our exile on earth to end. So yeah, believing. So believing in people in future deliverance. What reasons for hope can you identify for people waiting eagerly? Yeah, just simply that. Just the manifestation. It's for the common good, and to each one. So we all have a gift. Over the next few days, try and experiment at every moment possible. Try to remind yourself that the God of the universe is close enough to you to hold your hand and is personally promising you help. Keep a record of how this changes the way you live. Be prepared to discuss your experience in class on Sabbath. So I just finished the study today, so I didn't really actively do this, but there were times I was driving in an unknown location, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going, and I just kept going and was thinking to just trust God and just that God's gonna bring me where I need to go, one way or the other, one way or the other. So yeah, whichever way I choose, at some point, He brings us where I need to go, or I realize I'm at where I need to be. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about it after I read this, and just the thought of that's why I probably thought of God having a hand on the shoulder. So I was thinking earlier about God holding my hand and how He's close enough and He's personally promising to help. So these like systems that are in place right now that are supposed to be doing a particular job, a specific job, that's part of His personally promising you help. So like social workers, right? Through them, He is personally promising a person help. It's like all the systems. I mean, even like at a bowling alley, is like promising you help. It's like if you want to get to bowl, you got to get the shoes and all that, and um, even there, he's personally helping. That connection is established, and you go in, you pay, you get the shoes, you throw the ball comes back, and it's all about God setting things into motion, and then us being in that motion and interacting. So anyway, Wednesday, August 10th. Our Father's plans for us. Everyone is looking for hope, but where is it found? For some people, hope is found in the smile of a friend. For others, hope grows out of financial security or a stable marriage. Where do you normally look for hope and courage? Oh, reading the second makes me feel like I'm comprehending it differently than when I first read it and answered. So anyway, so virtues for life is where it could be found. I put the definition. I was like denotative about it. To want something. So this is the definition in virtues for life for hope. To want something to happen or be true and think that it could happen or be true. So where do you normally look for hope and courage? So goal setting with steps to achieve the goal. Yeah. What reasons for hope are given in Jeremiah 29, 1-10? So this one I just kind of stopped short because there's not enough room, but a lot of promises. Or what reasons for hope? There are a lot of reasons for hope. So and that's the definition that I previously gave. So you can marry, have children, Jeremiah 29, 6 and 5. Build houses, settle down, plant gardens and eat, seek peace and prosperity, number 7. This one I liked. I put a check mark and so wonderful. Read Jeremiah 29, 11-14, saying your name after the word you, as if God is making these promises to you personally. Apply these promises for yourself in whatever you present in whatever your present struggles might be. I liked this exercise. This was a good one. I was it was like, hey, yeah, God is there for me and for you, for everyone. So this is Thursday, August 11th, our Father's discipline. Read Hebrews 12, 5-13. What's the message to us here, and how does it fit in with what we have been studying this quarter. So I put, if you are being punished and it does not end, it is Satan's abuse. And I put Hebrews 12:5, 10, and 13. So know the difference when God punishes or Satan abuses, because with God there's like a good, like a loving reason. It's like for your betterment, whereas with Satan it's cruel. So yeah. Read through the glasses of Hebrews 12:1-13. Now concentrate on verses 5 and 13 and answer these questions. Did I do that part, 5 and 13? Maybe I was just kind of like looking at 12:1-13. I'm going to check. Hebrews, I think that's... I know it's New Testament, but I think it's close to the back. Corinthians. Is it this far back? Yeah, it is too. Wow, it's real far back. Okay, it's what, right after Philemon. And okay, let's see here. So 5. Verses. Okay, that's within it. Okay, I did it. Okay, never mind. I thought it was something different. Okay, so 12:1-13. Okay. 12:1-13. So what is the source of discipline? So if error, then correction. What is our response to discipline? Correction. So we are disciplined, we correct. What is the goal of discipline? So advancement. So read through Hebrews 12:1-13 again. Make a list of all the reasons you can identify with as grounds for hope. How have you experienced this hope in your own spiritual education, in your own times of spiritual education? So make a list of all the reasons you can identify with as grounds for hope. So there was 13, we heal for others. 11, righteous harvest. 10, God is who we can submit to and become enhanced. 5 is it mentions forgotten, and then so remember, So do not lose heart, do not stop. Do not lose heart. Do not stop at feeling defeated. So if you're like, I guess that's it, it's done. Is it though? Like, do you just feel defeated, or are you actually defeated? And that's the point to know the difference. Is like, are you defeated or not? And 8, if everyone undergoes, right? So it's like, well, if everyone's being, though they don't call it abuse, what do they call it? Discipline. If you are not disciplined and everyone undergoes discipline, then you are illegitimate children and not true sons. So if you are disciplined and not everyone undergoes discipline, then you are illegitimate. So that's something to think about. So how have you experienced this hope in your own times of spiritual education? Just let the chastise happen. Just hear it out. All the tough stuff. So this is Friday, August 12th, discussion questions. Ellen G. White says that all of us experience times of keen disappointment and utter discouragement. How well do we notice each other as we go through such times? How can we better learn to be agents of hope for each other when we experience such bitter disappointments? How well do we notice each other as we go through such times? Somewhat. Some people really they hide their hurt. And I come back to this one verse where it's like, watch out for those diviners and prophets. I found that part very interesting. I don't know if I can find it right now. Let's see here. So I think it's Jeremiah 29:8. Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken, is Old Testament. Or I think it is. I think it's Old Testament. Let's see here. Oh, Nehemiah, not Jeremiah. Okay, let's see here. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes. Who doesn't like Ecclesiastes? Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see if the first thing I see or if one of them is meaningless, everything to come is meaningless. 11, 8. Everything is meaningless. 12, 8. Anyway. Okay. Jeremiah. Okay. Where are we? I wrote it down. What was it? That was Jeremiah 29, 8. 29, 8. 29, 8. Yes, this is what the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, says. Do not let the prophets and diviners among you deceive you. Do not listen to the dreams you encourage them to have. That part is so important because it's just like it really speaks to like people who are fake. It's like people who are like, oh, I have a problem. I have a problem. I have a problem. It's like their problem is they don't want to solve their problem. That's the problem. And they just like, oh, what do you think I should do? And it's like, oh, try this. Here's a dream for you. I hope you achieve it. Oh, I have a problem. I have a problem. I have a problem. It's like, to me, it seems like they are a prophet, but they're mocking the gift God's given them. So they're choosing evil. And then they say diviners. And I thought about this a lot. And I was thinking, oh, but divine, though, it's a good word. Isn't it a good word? And a diviner, that can be a good word, right? Because, well, anyway, prophet can be a good word. And I was thinking diviner. I'm like, oh, right, divine law is mentioned in the Bible. A person can just search divine law and the right reference will show up, I presume. Divine law Bible reference. Let's see here. Definition of law. Okay. Oh, I think it must have been some sort of autocorrect or something. Divine law. So this one, let's see here. Oh, this may be sometimes Bible references are it's a little tough to find. Sometimes it's really easy if it's like specific, but if I'm paraphrasing probably, so who knows? Oh, I thought it would be a specific. I thought it would be something sort of. Well, wait. What's righteous by law, by the law, blah 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 blah. See, it's someone's opinion and reference, but I'm just looking for a direct Bible reference to something that's like if I go to I don't know what Bible Hub or something, if it just can get anything to happen right now with this thing. Bible Hub. I'll just put divine law. I think divine law is a direct quotation. The necessity of divine law. Yeah, I don't know. Gotta. Divine law is the historical laws of Scripture given to us through God's self-revelation. Divine law is divided into old law. I'm just looking for a direct quote. Pay attention to me, my people. Maybe it's Isaiah 51:4. This looks like the closest thing. In the reference it was. That's like really not like that's. So they have Isaiah referenced. Let's see if mine is the same. So 51:4. 51:4. Listen to me, my people, hear me, my nation. The law will go out from me, my justice will become a light to the nations. I thought that would be really simple, but that's how it is sometimes with the Bible. It's like if you just don't know exactly what it is, it's like it might take a while to find it. The law of the Lord is perfect, reviving the soul. The law. They're not taking the fact that I'm typing in divine law as a direct quote, and I don't know why. There's lots of people that want to describe it, but they're not exactly. A divine verdict is on the lips of a king. The law of the Lord is perfect. What the law was to do, the entire law is fulfilled in a single decree. Well, that's a good one though. Galatians 5:14, to love your neighbor. The law is given to. I don't know what it is about search engines sometimes. It's just like Matthew 22:40, all the law and the prophets hang on these two. The law came in so that the trespass would increase. It's written in your law. Let's see here. Yeah, this is like, I'll try putting quotation marks and see if anything's different. It's weird when you put quotations how it really changes whether or not something is found. I was going to put Bible, divine law. Divine law is eternal, meaning that since God is infinite, then his law must also be infinite and eternal. I feel like it's like in a small part of the Bible that no one's paying attention to. So no one's like made enough works around it for it to come up or something. It is the revelation of as well. And the teachers and every student, political economy. What is the divine law? Gee. Yeah, that's something. How many divine laws are there? Man, that's so strange. What is divine? I guess I'm kind of like floating. Not that it really matters. But, that's center enough. Not really. What are the four main types of law? Eternal, divine, natural, human. Hey, divine. I'll put, let's see here. Divine law in the Bible. What is it? Yeah, I think just maybe in Psalms. A lot of chatter about divine law, but where's the denotation, They have here Psalms 119. 119. 142. 142. Your righteousness is everlasting and your law is true. Oh, this is where they talk about precepts. Though I am lowly and despised, I do not forget your precepts. Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah, Psalms is something that I like. There was something about I feel like it is in Psalms though. Maybe it is because I don't know. It just seems kind of familiar. Um, they have 151. 151 here. Do 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 do. Where's 151? Oh, 119. 119. I don't know how to. This one's like different than the regular ones. 119, 142. How did I find that? 144. Okay, 144. Your statutes are forever right. Give me understanding that I may live. Okay, and then they have 151. Yet you are near, O Lord, and all your commands are true. 160. All your words are true. All your righteous laws are eternal. Maybe it was like earlier in the study. What about Romans? They have Romans 12 here. This is going so fast. I was like, good, I'm being efficient. But then the thing is it gets interesting in other ways. And so, it's like if at 32, it would be over by now. Not that it needs to be over, but I was aiming for succinct. But now I'm kind of confused why it's so difficult to find divine law, because it should be a direct reference. What if I type in like let's see here, NIV divine law. "25 Bible verses about divine inspiration." See, they're like, I don't know why it must paraphrase. Well, this one has Exodus. I'm just looking for the phrase divine law. It doesn't even have to be, but the divine law is binding as a rule of life. Exodus. Okay, so there's Genesis and then Exodus. And that's 19. Okay, let's see here. Genesis 19:13. He shall surely be stoned or shot with arrows. Not a hand is to be laid on him. Whether man or animal, he shall not be permitted to live. Only when the ram's horn sounds a long blast may they go up to the mountain. After Moses has gone down the mountain to the people, he consecrated them, and they washed their clothes. What about 16? On the morning of the third day, there was thunder, lightning with a thick cloud over the mountain, and every loud trumpet blast. Everyone in camp trembled. What is that? 16, 1916. Anyway, 1919. And the sound of the trumpet grew louder and louder. Then Moses spoke. Is this correct? Exodus. And the voice of God answered him. The divine law. Okay, I'm going to click on this. Wait, what was this Deuteronomy thing? Here decrees and laws I am about to teach you so that you may live and go to possession of the land. There's no vision. There's probably something specific I'm looking for, but at this point, I'm just looking for them to say divine law. Okay, wait, let's see here. The divine law. Okay, what if I do a little search in the page? Find in page. Delivered. Nothing for divine. And then everything pops up. What? It even had it in the reference. In the... Oops. Well, this is just a bad search engine at that point, because it has it right in here. But the divine law is binding as a rule of life. The Son of God came down from heaven and suffered. So there should at least be their own reference, if not from the Bible. But the divine, I can put search, but the... Okay, there's but the hard heart. But the divine laws, this is from Exodus 19:16 to 25. 2016. This is to me not good, because it doesn't... this is actually... So Exodus... See, now if I go to like Bible Hub and so if I copy this, I can't copy the link or what? Okay, there you go. I want to copy link text. I want to close the search, put it in here, and now it's going to show me all kinds of things. Different. So the New International Version. Oh, okay. Okay, let's see here. And now I can put divine, and it should show up. Find page, divine. Nothing? I'm very confused now. Nothing. What about law? Nothing? Okay, wait. This is, again, so very odd. What if I type, let's see here, but the priests, there's another one, but the priests and the people must not force it with you. Someone's because you sometimes the cert, like, it's designed by people, so sometimes they don't work properly. It's like it's trying to like link me to something that's not... It doesn't make sense to let's link to. So is this just a paraphrasing? Never was there such a sermon preached before since as this, which was preached to the church in the wilderness. It might be supposed that the terrors would have checked presumption and curiosity in the people, but the hard heart of an unawakened sinner can trifle with the most terrible threatenings and judgments. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I mean, This. So yeah, I just had to read it. Commentary on Exodus 19, 16 to 25. And so now I'm still on the search. Well, it's what I read. It's a good commentary. It's like Christianity.com. Matthew Henry's commentary on Exodus 19:13. Okay, so this is not still what I'm looking for. That's undesirable. Oh, of course I spelled it with a D-E. So that might be why it wasn't coming up in the search. The laws that God are given. If it's not in this quarterly, it's probably in another one where I made a note somewhere about divine law. It might have been from the last one. Let's see. Revelation, adultery, force, counterfeit, cut insults, spiritual. What if I just search it quick, like in a different way, now that I'm spelling it correctly? No. Okay, well let's see, this might be, it's 14, so maybe just gonna extrapolate here. It's saying Romans 2:11 to 16, and then it has 14 in this little right up here. So Romans 2:14, Romans 2:14. Indeed, when Gentiles who do not have the law do by nature things required by the law, they are a law for themselves, even though they do not have the law. It's still not a direct quote, and I'm not sure scenarios here. Stubbornness. How about here? Let's just try this. Divine. Oops, I'm gonna spell it wrong again. Divine in the Bible. This is really shocking how difficult. The word divine in the New Testament is the Greek word that, and is the adjective of divinity. So let's try 2 Peter 1:3. Peter. Okay. 2 Peter. To Peter we go. 2 Peter 1:3. His divine power has given us everything we need for life and godliness through our knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and goodness. Still not what I'm looking for exactly. I mean, it is the word divine, but it's not. divine law referenced directly. It may have been inferred. I just 54 verses about divine. How many verses? 54. Like, that's a lot. For since the creation of the world, I feel like if the whole thing can load, I'll go to the end and scroll up. And let's see if I can just find it by title as I go up. Divine gift, divine sympathy, divine supplies, divine restraints, divine remembrance, divine purposes. Advertisements. Can you even? Divine plans. Divine messenger? This sentence is by the decree of the angelic watchers. Angelic watchers. And the decision is a command of the holy ones, in order that the living may know that the Most High is ruler, that the Most High is ruler over the realm of mankind and bestows it on him on whom he wishes, and sets over it the lowliest of men. Daniel 4:17. What doesn't reference directly a divine messenger? I mean, like, it doesn't say like the phrase divine manifestations, divine So in this, when I get up higher, I can type law, and if it's in here, it would show up. Like, yeah. Just make sure that everything's on there so that way, because sometimes if something's not loaded, it'll be like, oh, search this little portion of information, and then it doesn't really know that there's more to try to find. Through the law, then Christ died needlessly. That's Galatians 2:21. But happy is he who keeps the law. Proverbs 29:18. There's only two references here directly about law. Let's see here. Divine. I'm trying this. Rather than being commands to be obeyed without reason or thought. Example. Eternal law, divine law, matter. If I can go to Wikipedia, divine law is anybody. I'm gonna have to find my other quarterly and look for it, because let's see here. Jacob equals Israel, soundness. Oh, 2 Corinthians 2:17 is something. I'm glad I found that reference, because that's a note I need to make, I think. 2 Colossians. Let's see here. Why do I have 2 in front of it? Oh, Corinthians. I was like 80801. Okay. Eight zero one. Let's see here. 217. When I plan this, did I do it lightly, or do I make my plans in a worldly manner so that in the same breath I say yes, yes, and no, no? Oh, that's 117. I was like, that is not what I'm looking for. Unlike so many, we do not peddle the word of God for profit. On the contrary, in Christ we speak before God with sincerity, like men sent from God. Yeah, it's, at one point in a stream, I was talking about my channel and growing it and a sponsor, but I read that and I was like, yeah, no, it's not something to really to do. I just, yeah, it's not. I like doing this, so I think I don't really need to have anything else to it other than the study. I do want to find what I'm looking for still, though. And what's this, James? This is all the law. Okay, well, I think I need to look at my old quarterly and uh, yeah, I don't know where to find it. I feel like it's like in the top right corner. But yeah, it's not coming to mind exactly. That's actually kind of disappointing that it wouldn't be a little bit easier to find. Surprising. Revelation 11:19. 11:19. 52 minutes? Oh, wow. 11:19. Okay. Then God's temple in heaven was opened, and within his temple was seen in the ark of his covenant, and there came flashes of lightning, rumblings, peals of thunder, an earthquake, and a great hailstorm. That does not come across as the phrase "a page not found." That's interesting. Maybe YouTube has an answer. It might be too long.
Divine law is any law that comes directly from the will of God.
Okay. That's not exactly what I was looking for. I don't know why it's like that. It's so crazy. Fellow greetings. How to stop. This is the searching channel. Like, this literally should not be so difficult. I think maybe I should try a different perspective. Give This really should be some sort of like maybe these are like paid responses or something, because it really should be just right there. It shouldn't be a divine testimony. This is like people's opinions. Bible Gateway, Romans 9, the divine glory, receiving the law, the temple. 25, divine inspiration, the law of righteousness, to which the law, divine interceptions, divine promise in Galatians, divine glory. That's so strange. Yeah, they're focusing a lot on natural. What is natural law, natural rights in the Bible? I don't know. They keep calling it natural law, and I guess I can see what they mean, but it's not what I'm looking for. Divine law. It really should be a direct quote. Very strange. It's just the one when Gentiles who have not the divine law do instinctively what the law requires. They are a law to themselves, since they do not have the law. Well, now, what's this? What's this? No, this is what I already... Let's be certain that we have divine law for what we believe. Did I maybe find it? These... I don't know. All these statutes and judgments of the... No, this... Maybe this one is it. Maybe. Okay, maybe Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 4, 122. 122. So 122, Deuteronomy. They have 4. Okay, I'm gonna... It doesn't have a direct... It just has 4, like all of 4. And so I guess I should just scan through it for divine. This anyway, okay. And what other... I'm tempted to just click on it and see if they actually have a direct reference, because it is... No, it's Bible study tools. Oh, wait, and then that's... Oh! This might be just someone's opinion. It's just part of their opinion. Let us be certain that we have divine law for what we believe. This might just be someone's opinion. That's why it has divine law there. Oh. Oh. I don't see an opinion anywhere. All I see are numbers and scriptures to it. So maybe here I can do a bit of a search. They always call everything different. Oh, it's so difficult. Okay, I found a way. Or they make it look different. Okay. I spelled it wrong again. Okay, there are 5. What's this? Chapter 119 commentary. I missed that there's a commentary. Where is it? They're showing that there's divine mentioned, but I don't see it. I only see 2. Oh man. So there are 5 references. No, there's not. There's 1. So chapter 119, Psalm. The general scope and design of this psalm is to magnify the divine law and make it honorable. There are 10 words by which divine revelation is called in the psalm and express what. Why is this such a challenge? It really shouldn't be so difficult in this day and age. I don't know. The law, righteous law, 66 references. The laws, your law, your laws, your law, your laws, laws, your law, your ancient laws, your law, your law, righteous laws, your law, your laws, your laws, your law, your laws, your law, your law, your laws, righteous laws. Strange. Law, your law. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess I should look for it another time. It's like so late. Okay. I'll come back with that one, I think. So, and I know it's just written down somewhere. Okay. Where are we? So I put so wonderful. Well, I guess this can be a lesson. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now to myself. Okay. Somewhat. But it is tough because it appears most people do not. So yeah, Ellen G. White says that all of us experience that. Okay, how can we better learn to be agents of hope for each other when we experience such bitter disappointments? Yeah. How can we better learn? So we can be a friend, yeah, okay. So how can we better learn to be agents of hope? So I need to be a friend of myself right now. Because I was looking for that thing for so long, and yeah, just got to try again, and yeah. So, what difference did it make in your life as you kept the reality of God's nearness ever before you? I felt encouraged, so I'm still encouraged, but obviously I don't want this to go on forever, so I'm gonna grab my other book and look for that reference, and then come up with something else later that explains what I'm talking about. Yeah, in class, read aloud sections in Job 38 to 41. What kind of pictures of God does it present? What do you learn? What that gives you hope and encouragement? How does the Sabbath fit into this picture? How does it help keep you? How does it help keep before us the nature of God's character? So yeah, with God, it's one of accomplishment. To the first question, what kind of picture of God does it present? What do you learn that gives you hope and encouragement? Jesus saves. How does the Sabbath fit into that picture? Replenishment mends. Let's see here. How does it help to keep before us the nature of God's character? So it gives time. So the Sabbath gives time to think of God's image. Yeah. What do you learn that gives you hope and encouragement? Oh, so what I learned from it is Job 42. Because I was thinking God was asking, who says this? He's like, who? And if Job was just silent, if he didn't say anything, like how that would have been, I don't know. That's just what came to mind. So number 4, hope that transforms comes from heaven. This means that we can pray for hope to be brought into each other's lives. Spend some time praying for those whose hope has been faltering recently, that their hope may be renewed. More than that, what can you do for others who are in a losing struggle to find hope? So you can invite people to church. That's something. If someone is willing, ask that person. So yeah, this is number 5. If someone is willing, ask that person to recount a time that despair and trials caused him or her to lose hope and faith. What turned that person around? What can we share with one another that can help when we are in times of doubt and despair? So for the first question, what turned that person around? Perseverance. What can we share with one another that can help when we are in times of doubt and despair? The phrase "give it to God." So if you just focus, give it to God. That can help. That can help in times of doubt and despair. Okay, well, I guess that's everything.